It might be the most anticipated regular season meeting ever between the state and U women. The Jackrabbits have won 10 straight and are tied for the Summit League lead. Their last loss was a 104-98 double overtime defeat last month in Vermilion to USD. That was the first of 11 straight wins for the now 23rd ranked Coyotes, who ventured into Frost for the virtual Summit League regular season championship more than 2,500, braving the blizzard conditions, and they saw dandy Jacks down 11.5. Macy Miller for 3 as SDSU gets to within 7. The Coyotes would push that lead right back up for Dawn Plitzowhite to double figures. Here comes Chloe Lamb, the Silly Buttes alum, with a nice cut and scoop. She had 19 points. Then it's Kira Duffy, the Rapid City native, with the reverse as the Coyotes would build a 13-point lead, much to the delight of Dawn's son, AJ, who of course now plays at Augustana. I'm sure Tom will want to see that red burned here pretty soon. Later in the third quarter, Jacks get something going, tagging Larson, hooping the harm. SDSU down 59-52 after 3. Larson had 21 points and 11 boards. Fourth quarter, Madison Giebert, Trebian, the second of back-to-back threes with her brother Drew Giebert, the Sioux Falls standout, watching. Jacks within 2, and then after a timeout, it's Riley Cascio Jensen stepping back and nailing another triple as SDSU takes their first lead since the first quarter. UST down but not out. Madison McKeever drives and gets the tough layup to go off glass. She had 11 points. Coyotes even things at 69 and have the last shot with 22 seconds left. Lamb for the win. Spins out and around and back out again. Lamb gets one more shot, and that nearly goes as well. But we head to overtime for the second time this year, tied at 69. Now with a minute to go, USD leading by 1. It's Miller time. We saw Mike Dahm step up yesterday to beat the Yotes. And the best player in SDSU women's history does that. She had 28 points. USD trails by 3 with a few seconds left. Duffy, she has 23 points, but she needed 26 as she forces the game-tying 3. It's an air ball. Jacks hit a free throw, and they go on to get the victory, 82-78 in another instant classic.
It's really stressed out at half. We weren't working hard, as like we wanted to. They were outworking us. They were getting all the loose balls, they were making all the shots, and we just weren't our defensive self. And I thought that's what we were really stressed in the third and the fourth quarter.
Quite a weekend for SDSU basketball, a couple of tough first halves and really good second halves. I thought our team showed a lot of just resiliency, kind of hung in there.
Needing some extra time on the clock to really determine the end of the game is seems like a fitting end.
Well, extremely proud of how our young ladies came out on the road in a very tough environment and battled against a very good basketball team. And disappointed that we didn't come out on top in it, but I think certainly from this game we continue to learn, we continue to grow, and it's an important time of the year for us to do that.
And that puts the SDSU women in the driver's seat for a Summit League regular season championship. If they beat Western Illinois next Saturday, they will take the number 1 seed. USD closes with NDSU and UND at home. Meanwhile, the men's game yesterday, it had a little bit of a different kind of history at stake.
Right hand dribble, free throw line, loops it out left to Mike Dahm on the baseline.
Wow, what a finish by Dahm, expressing himself.
6 seconds left. Dahm spins down the lane, puts one up off glass. Good!
51 points. That is the highest scoring game in all of men's Division I college basketball.
Telling Houston with the alley-oop to Mike Dahm, and the Jacks go to their 5th in the CAA tournament.
Top to Dahm, fake him a 3. He'll go in for a right-hand throwdown and the contact. What a finish by Dahm!
Well, Mike Dahm became the 10th player in Division I college basketball history to reach 3,000 career points, and he couldn't have picked a better time or team to do it against yesterday. Down as many as 16 against arch rival USD, Jacks came from behind, going ahead for good on Dahm's historic hoop with less than a minute left. This gave Dahm his 3,000th career point. He'd finished with 6 more to get 25 on the day and help the Jacks secure a 94-89 win. When he redshirted 5 years ago, coaches wondered if he would ever be able to play at the Division I level. Now he's the 10th all-time leading scorer in NCAA history with 3,006 points, and he's far from done.
It's crazy. Like I said, I know. It's weird. It's not really comprehending in my mind yet. But at the same time, I literally have to give all the credit to my coaching staff, my family, and my teammates who have been along with me for this ride, the past 5 years.
To score 3,000 on the bucket they did, it's a pretty good story. game's on the line. You go to your go-to guy. It hadn't really been his night the way that he normally gets it going, and then he scores it that way. But, I mean, that's kind of how the Mike Daum story's been. It's been a little bit of a fairy tale, and he steps up when he needs to.
On the Coyotes side, there was plenty to come away encouraged from. Despite seeing their 2-game win streak come to an end, USD had their 3rd highest scoring game of the year and one of the best efforts from beyond the arc, shooting 43% from three-point range. Though the team continues to build positive momentum for the Summit League tournament, it's still tough to swallow their 11th loss by 7 points or less this season. We will hear from them tonight, coming up at 10 o'clock. Stampede's game in Sioux City got postponed due to the bad travel conditions, and the Skyforce fall to Raptors 9:05. We'll have those highlights and plenty more tonight at 10. We're back in 1 moment.